thinks it's because I was dating my friend Mark at the time. Anyway, the movie ended, and I told him I had to go to work in the morning and I wanted to go to bed, and he just looked like he was going to start crying or something. I asked him what was wrong, and he wouldn't talk to me at all. So, I don't know, I just basically shoved him out the door. You know, I just figured I'd deal with it tomorrow. So in the middle of the night, I heard this pounding on my door. I was so scared, I almost just jumped straight out of my bed. So I walked into the living room real quietly to check it out. When I went to the door, nobody was there. So I kind of opened the door a little bit and peeked in the hallway. And there it was, this little envelope on my doormat. It was a letter from PJ. He's trying to be all sweet and cute in his intro. If you're reading this, I've already made a really humiliating decision. You know, all those pop songs and TV shows and romantic comedies and blah, blah, blah.
I feel the need to write down all of the things I have ever wanted to say to you but couldn't. Why couldn't I, you ask? Well, I'm not very good at showing my feelings around you and haven't been for nearly 7 years. So answering that question could be quite exhausting. It's easier to say because I was afraid. I feel some of the things I want to say are the type of things that change friendships. When I find myself truly happy
and enjoying some strange thing that life has thrown at me, I get a little sad because you aren't with me. I can't think of any woman ever replacing the spot you hold in my heart. When I am in a relationship with someone else, I can see the end before it even starts. With them, I know right away that I will lose interest, eventually. I have known you all of these years, and you only become more interesting, more endearing, every day that I know you. When I am with you, I see no signs of my affection drifting away. I really do want to be 80 with you on some goddamn rocking chair. I want to be with you in Paris so we can share a smile while I pace and you read. I don't even pace when I work, but I would just to get that fucking smile. You are the coolest person I know. You are my favorite person. Everything about you is perfect. Seeing your face is how I know beauty. You asked me once if I had a fantasy of you, and I told you that I fantasized about you breaking my heart. I don't know exactly why I said this, but I know it freaked you out, and I'm sorry. I know that it is a real fear of mine, so maybe I thought that if I said it out loud, I could keep my feelings in check. It doesn't matter anyway, because it didn't work. The simple truth is, I'm in love with you, and have been for a long time.
I wanted this feeling to go away, but it simply won't. The harder I tried to ignore it, the stronger it became. And I'm tired of watching you go out with unappreciative lowlifes who don't get you. You deserve better than them. They don't ever realize that they're with the single coolest girl on the planet, my dream girl. I was put on this planet to love you, and I can't hide it anymore. I can't pretend to be your friend anymore either. I realize that I'm taking an enormous risk by telling you all of this, but I'd rather take my consequences from the truth than live a lie. Please look in your heart if you don't feel the same for me.
We never talked after that night. I guess I was supposed to go running to the door and passionately kiss him or something. Guess I missed that boat.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, I'm happy. We have a really great time together, and I think that's all we need to know. Listen, whatever happens, wherever this goes, I'm content with it. I'm zen. You shouldn't have to worry about hurting me either. I think I'll be okay.
I like you, Mike.
God, why do I feel we'll be having the same conversation when we're 80?
I know, I can totally see that happening.
To be totally honest, I'm glad we're taking things a bit slow between us. I'm still a little rattled from my last girl experience. I guess the whole thing just left me skeptical about dating or whatever. I'm still a little bit heartbroken.
This sounds juicy.
forget about it. It was like a couple of months ago.
Come on. Don't you trust me?
The whole thing was ridiculous. I mean, I never actually met her.
Did you meet her on the internet?
No, I don't do that.
Okay, did you ever dream you were in love with somebody and when you woke up you realized that you had just made them up? That they had never existed in the first place? Then you mope around all day like the love of your life just died? Well, this is sort of like that, except I didn't make her up. I had one night with the woman of my dreams, and as luck would have it, I was so drunk on that particular night that I don't remember it. The reason I know it happened is because I felt, well, profoundly changed. You can't fall in love, even if you don't remember it, and wake up the same person the next day. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. I mean, our memories fail us all the time. And I know I was forced not to remember this situation, but I think relying on our brains is sometimes a mistake. I was okay with just the feeling. It was enough. And what I was really concentrating on was how I was going to find this girl. Something was telling me she wanted to be found. Let me back up a bit. I hope you understand that I'm not at all proud of getting so drunk that I blacked out. I don't get tanked or trashed or shit-faced. I don't usually allow myself to be that irresponsible. But it was a special occasion. I can't exactly recall what the occasion was, but I'm pretty sure it was special. I had been drinking pretty early the previous day, so I was totally gone by that evening. I can't remember a thing. I'm embarrassed to say so, but I have no recollection of meeting the love of my life. Nevertheless, I kept finding traces of her. She had obviously been in my apartment. She left evidence of herself everywhere. It kept popping up when I least expected it. She even left me a picture of herself dancing from the night before. In that picture, I saw everything I ever wanted in a woman, and I needed to find out everything I could about her. I know I sound obsessed, and looking back, I can see how ridiculous I was. But for a day, this girl who I barely knew was my ideal. And I was in love. I know that sounds stupid, but in my heart, I knew it as the truth.
Did you ever find out who she was?
Mike, if you're there, pick up the phone. Michael, Mikey. All right, suit yourself. I was just calling to check up on you. Yeah, you were pretty trashed last night. Anyway, yeah, because of you, I lost $50. Thanks a lot. I can't believe you stayed dressed as a woman for the whole night. Well, anyway, you little pervert. When you wake up, give me a call, because I want to take you out for lunch. Hope your ass doesn't hurt.